Alrighty guys, just quickly, just so you all know, the Rust drops on Twitch has started again today. And currently we have 9 streamer items, which you can obviously get by watching the specific streamer. And then we also have some content creator items, which are the Pookie Pants and the Pookie Hoodie. Don't know who the person is. But then we also have Mr. Flax Hammer as well. So the way you get those 3 items is just by watching the Twitch drops, events, and then claiming each one once you've hit the 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours. The way that you get the other items is by watching the specific streamers. So if you want Wellen's Garage Door, watch Wellen. If you want Life Stomper's MP5, watch Life Stomper, etc. H2 now has the first ever Jackhammer skin released in the game, so that's pretty exciting stuff. Obviously all of this stuff is also going to be unmarketable, untradeable, so keep that in mind as well. You're not going to be making money off this unless you sell your account for 5,000 bones. Alright guys, I hope you guys do enjoy this video, and remember, have a skits one. Alright, what's going on guys? So Mighty back out again with your weekly Rust skins video, and we have a continuation of like pretty much everything this week. We've got the Tempered Thompson continuation of the Tempered set. We've got the Jade Double Barrel continuation of the Jade set. Ice Cream Furnace continuation of the Ice Cream set. Porcelain Crossbow continuation of the Porcelain set. And the Fish Gloves, which are continuation of the Fish set. We've got some new skins as well, with the Lost Soul Crate that looks like the Desolate Space from CS. And we also have the Nitrogen Hoodie and Pants. So let's get started with the Hoodie and Pants. So let's get started with the Fish Gloves, going for $1.30. This is obviously a continuation of the Fish set. So we have previously had the Fish Burlap Shoes, then we got the Fish Head, Burlap Head Wrap, and then we got the Fish Burlap Shirt and Pants. So overall, only going for $1.30, which is a good price for these to be at because they are the standard store price, and currently pretty much everything else is actually up above this price. So overall, Fish Gloves do look very unique in my opinion, quite stand out for glove skins. And the cheapest glove skins on the market are around about $2.36 or something like that. So overall, the Fish Gloves should be a safe investment for this week. I really don't think that they're going to get oversaturated. Currently, they are last on the top sellers. And I do think that that is mainly because the Burlap Shirt and Pants got oversaturated to the max when they came out like 2 weeks ago, and now everyone's going to sleep on them because 1, there's so many sexy skins this week on the Rust Item store, and 2, they're probably worried about this glove set getting oversaturated as well. So overall, $1.30, I do think this is going to be a safe investment for this week. So for that reason, I will recommend investing in the Fish Gloves for this week. Alright, moving on to the Nitrogen Hoodie and Pants, going for $2.60 each, which is above standard store price. Personally, I'm not a massive fan of that price for each of the items, just because, for one, if this set doesn't continue, these hoodie and pants aren't going to pair with anything else except for maybe Blackout. So overall, it's going to make them a lot harder for them to, as I just said, pair with other items, so then the demand for them will not be as high. So keep that in mind. Although Johnny Oldboy, which is the skin creator for these items, has made the Forest Elite Camo hoodie and pants, which he made a metal face mask and chest plate for that, didn't get accepted, but also made the winter hoodie and pants that just recently came out a couple of weeks ago, and also made a metal chest plate and a metal face mask for that. So it is likely that the Nitrogen hoodie and pants are going to get metal made for them, because that seems to be the trend that Johnny Oldboy keeps doing. In saying that though, the winter face mask and the chest didn't get accepted either, so let's hope that his luck changes, and then that makes it so our luck changes as well. Nitrogen hoodie and pants, if you do invest in these, then in my opinion, really the only way that they're going to go up in value is if the set does continue. So overall, I will say that these are going to be a riskier investment for this week. Just because they are $2.60, what I would recommend to do is place a buy order on the community market once they leave the Rust Item store and get them from there for a little bit cheaper. And that is how you'll maximize your potential profits, because Valentine's Day and the Lunar New Year skins should be coming out next week. And so this means that the Nitrogen hoodie and pants aren't going to continue next week for that reason. So there is a chance that these will go below this $2.60 center store price. You'll be able to buy them for cheaper that week, and then the next week the Nitrogen metal face mask and chest plate, if it gets made, might possibly have a chance of getting accepted. So that is what my recommendation will be for that Nitrogen hoodie and pants for this week. But overall, the more I look at them, they are starting to look a little bit cooler, so we'll see. Alright, moving over to the Jade DBS double barrel shotgun, going for $3.25. Overall, this is a really unique looking double barrel. Pretty much the only double barrels that are actually below $3.25 are more brownish, kind of bland looking double barrels. So overall, just for that reason, I do think the J double barrel is going to be a safe investment. Although, to continue my reasoning, the Jade set has now had a few skins released and they are all doing quite well. The quantity for them has been pretty high, so the Jade Crossy has 278 on the market, going for $3.10, slightly below the standard store price for the double barrel, but I don't think that's going to really be a problem. And then the Jade Bow has 268 quantity on the market and is going for $4.56. So overall, a good spot for them to be at. We also do have the Aztec Jade set, which is a different set, but the pick's going for $5.26, the hammer's going for $5.98, and the hatchet is going for $18.92. Most likely has been market manipulated because it has half the quantity compared to the pick. Overall though, the double barrel should be a safe investment for this week. It's a standout double barrel in my opinion. It's a unique looking skin, and overall it is a really well made skin. So for those reasons, I do think that the demand for this Jade double barrel is going to be higher than a lot of the double barrels on the community market already, and I do see it going up in value and making you easy money. So for that reason, I will recommend investing in the J double barrel for this week. Alright, moving over to the Porcelain Crossbow. So we do currently have 5 pages of Crossy skins, 44 skins in total on the community market, and 2.5 of those pages are below $3.25, which is the standard store price of this Porcelain Crossy at the moment. So you'd think that that would make it a little bit riskier to be investing in, but there isn't any really standout looking crossbow skins in that list of skins below the $3.25 in my opinion, except for maybe the Jade Crossbow and the Caution Crossbow, which is slightly below the standard store price. And the Porcelain Crossbow is a continuation of the Porcelain set. So we've had the Porcelain Revy, Porcelain SAR, and the Porcelain AK or AR on the community market. And the Revolver is $3.06, starting out with 108 on the community market. The SAR has 232 quantity on the community market, going for $3.91, and the AK has 101 on the community market, going for $8.87. So the Porcelain set overall has been pretty safe to be investing in, and the values of them are only going to go up as time goes by. So $3.25 for the Porcelain Crossbow. I do see this being a safe investment for the week. Not the best investment out of all of the Rust Item skins that are released this week, but I do still see it being a safe investment. So for that reason, I will recommend investing in the Porcelain Crossbow. I do think it's going to be a fat play skin because it looks really cool, and I do see it rising in price over time. So for that reason, I will recommend investing in the Porcelain Crossy for this week. Alrighty, moving over to the Tempered Thompson, going for $6.55, way above standard store price. And we have our second Thompson skin to be released in a row. It is a massive cuck on the Bombing Thompson, but that is okay. I do think the Bombing Thompson is going to dip down a little bit this week in price and then go back up over time. So if you are holding on to Bombing Thompsons, try and avoid cashing all of them out. If you do want to cash them out, don't get too scared about it, because I do think that they're going to recover quite easily, especially if no other Thompson skins are actually released after this. But back to the Tempered Tommy, going for $6.55, which is, as I said, way above standard store price. Not the best spot for the Thompson to be starting at. And if I want to get technical, I'd say that this is more of an oil slick looking Thompson than tempered, but that's fine. We do already have a bunch of tempered skins in the game. Almost the whole page, we've got 10 results. And the cheapest one is $3.02, and the most expensive is $624. Obviously, it's not going to get to that price, not going to get anywhere near that price. That is because it's the tempered MP5. And there is only 6 quantity on the market. So unless only 6 people buy the Tempered Thompson, which for some reason I highly doubt, then it's not going to get anywhere near that value. But overall, as a long-term investment, I do see the Tempered Thompson making you easy profits. Easy profits. It's going to go above $6.55. But I do also think that it's going to get oversaturated to the max. So what I would recommend to do is, if you don't want to buy it off of the Rust Item store and use it as a play skin, and you're happy to hold on to it for that $6.55, then what I'll recommend to do is place a buy order on the community market. Once it goes onto the community market, try and get it for cheaper if you do good work, and then flip it later down the line when you are going to be making money off of it. So that is what I'm going to recommend to do with the Tempered Thompson. But overall, I think this is a really nice skin. It's going to have demand forever, and the value of it will increase, even though it is already $6.55. So for that reason, I will recommend investing in the Tempered Tommy for this week. Alright, moving over to the Ice Cream Furnace, going for $1.95, which is the standard store price for Furnace skins. This is a good spot for the Ice Cream Furnace to be at. And currently we have only had one other ice cream skin, which was the ice cream wooden door. And that is currently going for $1.91. So not making you money at the moment because there is 198 on the community market. They got oversaturated. And I do think that the furnace skin will most likely not get oversaturated, but currently it is 4th on the top sellers. This isn't an OMIGHTY the King video without a Discord ping, so don't check your Discord. It's not you getting messages and you are still lonely. $1.95 for the ice cream furnace is going to be a safe spot for it to be at because the cheapest furnaces on the community market is $2.23, and then obviously it just goes up from there. So $2.23 is the cheapest on page 1, and then the most expensive on page 1, going from cheapest to dearest, is $2.70. So that is already making you profits. $1.95 for the ice cream furnace. It doesn't have any glow, which is kind of lame, but people do like the graffiti styled skins, and for that reason I will recommend investing in it. I do think it's going to go up in value, but if it does go into the top 3 sellers, which I really hope it doesn't, but if it does, I wouldn't recommend investing in it. You don't want to risk oversaturation with furnace skins just because furnace skins, there's already so many of them. There's already a lot of nice glowing ones, and if it's not glowing, then it's not going to be as successful. So keep an eye out on it on the Rust Item store. If it does go into the top 3, I wouldn't recommend investing in it. If it doesn't go into the top 3, then I will recommend investing in it for this week. It's currently 4th on the top sellers, so right in the middle. I'll still say that that is a safe spot for it to be at, and currently I will still recommend investing in the ice cream furnace for this week. Alright guys, moving over to the final skin of the week, we have the Desolate Space Crate, Lost Soul Crate, going for $3.95. It is a glowing skin, it is above center store price, and it is sexy. Overall, I do still think that this is going to make you money, even though it's $3.95. And the cheapest Desolate Space is Battle Scarred M4A4, going for $11.23 in a different game. Overall, I do still see the Lost Soul Crate not going for that price, but still becoming a expensive skin, especially as a long-term item. If that garage door gets accepted, it's going to be even more stonks, and that garage door is sick. Overall, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and we will move over to the cart. If you couldn't tell, I am recommending to invest in the Lost Soul Crate because it looks really cool. If you don't have a massive Steam wallet, then lay off buying multiple of them, but overall, even as a play skin, you're probably going to make money off it in a medium-term investment, so I will recommend investing in it for this week. Alrighty guys, this is my cart for this week. It's going to cost me $40.50. I'm getting one of everything, 2 of the Thompsons, 2 of the fish gloves, 2 of the double barrels, and 2 of the lost crates. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and remember, have a skits one. Alrighty guys, so I just want to quickly address my thoughts on oversaturation and also my opinion on the Twitch drop. So this was asked by I'm Ireland on my previous episode of this series, and overall my thoughts for the oversaturation and how to cope with it currently is the way you're going to maximize your potential profits is by placing buy orders on the community market. Once oversaturation does occur with the skins, obviously the prices are going to decrease, short period at least, and then you can be benefiting from that by placing buy orders for cheaper than what the current skins are on the store price the week before, and getting them for cheaper and then flipping them later down the line when they do eventually go back up in price. So overall, oversaturation at the moment, it really isn't an issue in my opinion, because I'm happy to be investing long term. If you're looking to invest short term at the moment, I would recommend trying to avoid the Rust Item store, mainly just because oversaturation is currently happening pretty much every week. At this point, we have a lot of new people that are quote-unquote investors buying hundreds of each skin and then dumping them on the market for 50 cents less than what they bought them for. So at the moment, oversaturation is inevitable just because we're getting more players in from this new Twitch stuff, but I do still think that it can be a profitable time to be investing in Rust skins as long as you're doing it properly. So buy orders, get them for cheaper, flip them later down the line. Just keep in mind it is obviously going to take more time because more people are going to make it harder for you to be investing in one single item, so keep that in mind. I really am not too worried about oversaturation at the moment. As I said, I'm happy to play the long game, and if you look at even one of my random videos from last year on this series and then compare it to today's prices, probably every single skin that I've mentioned in those videos are up in value. So even if you're just waiting a year's time, which is what I call long term for Rust investing, then you're most likely going to make a decent amount of profit. So overall, with oversaturation, currently I'm not worried about it because I do still think that as long-term and even some medium-term investments, you can still make easy money off of investing in Rust Item skins. As for the Twitch drops, I do see it as a negative short term because obviously, let's say, for example, you've just got this MP5 skin accepted in the Rust item store, but then you've got 2 free MP5 skins on the Twitch drops event. Obviously, if you're going to be investing in the MP5 skin on the Rust item store, then that skin isn't going to have as much demand once it goes to the community market, because now we have 2 free MP5 skins on the Twitch events thing. So overall, it has its pros and its cons. It's bringing in more people, which is increasing the amount of demand for every skin. So that's good. It's increasing the value of everything in the community market. But at the same time, for specific items, it is negatively impacting it. In saying that though, you can pick up those items for cheaper and then play the long game with those as well. And then you can sell them later down the line when they are up in value. So you can definitely make profits off of both of these scenarios at the moment, the Twitch drops and also the oversaturation. So don't stress is my main tip. And if you are only looking for short-term investments, maybe just pull out for now and start buying less items per week if you are still planning on buying items every single week. So to summarize, oversaturation is only really bad as a short-term thing. In my opinion, Twitch drops are good and bad at the same time, bringing in more people, but also making a lot of things oversaturated. And there is a lot of nice looking free skins getting added to the game at the moment. Overall, I really don't think that there's going to be a problem long term, so don't stress about it. And if you don't have a high Steam wallet, then don't put all of your eggs in the one basket.
Why? 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 Why?